있으면 돼요. As for today's rundown, we will be joined by South African musical actor Jonathan Roxmouth, known for his role as the Phantom in The Phantom of the Opera. He will sing for us live here in the studio today, not just one song, but two, so please stay tuned. And after that, we will connect with our listeners to hear about their interesting stories in the second hour of the show. We're going to return with today's special guest.
Run away.
Joining us in the studio is an award-winning actor and singer-songwriter, Jonathan Roxmouth. You can watch us live right now on YouTube. Welcome to the Scoop.
Thank you so much for having me. 안녕하세요.
Please say hello to our listeners.
안녕하세요, everybody. I'm so excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you here. A lot of people are excited to have you here. We have 2559 welcoming you. OMG, Jonathan. I'm almost crying and yelling right now. I was planning to watch The Phantom of the Opera only once, but after I heard Jonathan's voice, I had no choice but to buy another ticket.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for keeping your promise to come back soon. Can't wait until this Sunday. Plus, The Scoop, thank you so much for inviting him. Love you so much.
Exactly.
Mia Lin says, hi from Taiwan, waiting for JR.
Wow.
Is that your nickname, JR?
JR, yeah. I'm apparently known as JR now. It's like Dallas.
Lumos says, Lumo Ko, Kim, says, Jonathan, heart. Zero Kuru says, in Poland, it's sunny today. And Lily Norse, who's, by the way, tuning in from Argentina, says, it's been a few days, but here, I hope everyone is good. Wa! Chihyun S says, 조나단님, in Korean, saying, Jonathan.
That's amazing. I started recognizing my name in Korean now. So.
You do recognize, so you understand Korean now. Jonathan, a few months ago, you were here in Korea for the worldwide hit musical, The Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
And you play the leading role, the Phantom. How did you like performing for your fans here in Korea?
Do you know, a lot of my friends who'd been in Korea the last time said that Korea has the best fans when it comes to Phantom especially.
Amazing.
And I was just like, really?
Mm-hmm.
And then after the first performance, as the curtain came down, I turned to Claire, who played Christine. I was like, you were so right. And from there to here, it's just been the most incredible sort of welcome. Because often, when you go to a new country and you're the foreigner, it's nice, but it's not, completely embraced.
Sure.
Korea, my goodness, the fans that we're so lucky to have here, have just been the most incredible, and they stay in contact with you even once the show leaves. That's what's amazing.
They're loyal, they're passionate, and they just follow you wherever you go.
Do you know what I love the most?
What?
Not one cell phone went off for our entire run during the show because there was such a respect. And people were there to enjoy the show. And you don't get that often.
Oh, amazing. So while other productions of The Phantom around the world, they were shut down due to the pandemic, right? Korea was the only place where the show still went on. How was it like for you to perform amid the pandemic?
Initially we were all just blown away at the honor of that we got to keep the flag flying. But as we went on and we started seeing what was happening to our colleagues and our family and our friends, there was an element of guilt that initially crept in.
Sure.
Because, they call it survivor's guilt. But our management, our local presenters here, S&Co, our theatre, especially the Blue Square, everything that could have been followed in terms of protocol was, and then some.
Sure.
And we felt we were kept so safe, and more importantly, the audiences were kept safe.
Yeah.
Not one audience member contracted the virus whilst we were playing. And that we were most proud of. So, to be able to come back again to Korea in the same year, this crazy year of 2020 with this concert is, I woke up this morning and I said to Jane Chung, our producer, this is happening. I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, and you might have noticed by now, but Koreans love musicals and they love The Phantom of the Opera. What was your impression as you toured around the cities?
I found that there was such a respect for the arts. Every theatre audience that we had paid attention. They gave us their undivided attention, I should say. And there was such a respect for what we were doing because I think, Korean fans understand what it is we are doing to give them a show every time. And especially during the pandemic, there was such a dignity and a respect from the audience that kept us going.
So you were in Seoul, Busan, Daegu. Did
Mm-hmm.
any of them kind of react differently? Any memorable moments from the audience?
Well, in Busan originally we were, it was our first time in Korea, most of the cast. So we were blown away, and we were able to do stage door back then. So, after every show there were people with like cards and gifts, and we did pictures, and that was wonderful. Then we got to Seoul and that all changed. We couldn't do any stage door.
Sure, yeah.
But, I was just saying, no, we're in an age where people, with this phone of ours that we have, they can stay in contact with us all the time. And they did. By the time we got to Daegu, when the numbers were changing every day, but there was always love and support online. And that was really, really amazing and got us through.
Absolutely. So from what I hear, you were just in Taiwan. And you came to
Yes.
Korea. You did the 2-week quarantine.
Yes.
And now you're here. How did you spend your time during the quarantine period? This is actually from at Agarda.
Well, I had a lot of work to do for the concert, so I was, in a strange way, I was like the Phantom, staying alone, locked away, working on my music.
The Phantom. You're getting into character.
Exactly.
Going into self-isolation.
Yeah, but I knew that those rules had to be followed, and if it meant that we could do a concert at the end of it, I went through all the emotions that I always go through in quarantine, but luckily I had enough to do to keep myself busy. Aside from music, I caught up on a lot of sleep. I caught up on a lot of TV series that I enjoy watching and movies. So it was relatively painless. I just wish I had a puzzle. I forgot to bring a puzzle. I love doing puzzles.
Like a jigsaw puzzle?
Yeah, my absolute favorite. But
Our Scoopers likes jigsaw puzzles too.
oh yeah. Well, I had enough to keep me busy, thank goodness. And having heard the orchestra this morning, I think that work paid off.
You know what? It's an unfortunate situation. This whole situation is very unfortunate. But because you're probably busy touring all around Taiwan, once you came into Korea, those 2 weeks is like kind of like a vacation for you in a way, just relaxing a little bit.
You can also, you can recoup all of the rest that you need.
Yeah, your voice too.
Exactly. And I was going to say, essentially that was a wonderful detox and a rejuvenation period for me, vocally, physically, emotionally, mentally. So by the time I get onto that stage on Saturday night, my voice is so rested and fresh for the fans to hear the music that we've got for them. So it's all good.
We actually don't have too much time right now, but we brought you in here for a reason.
Oh, yes.
Too much time in part 1. We have more coming up in part 2, but in part 1, we brought you in here today because you have an upcoming concert.
I do. I do. It's a dream
Promote
come
it.
true.
Promote it.
Well, we're doing Phantasm at the Lotte Concert Hall on the 2nd and 3rd of January, and we have a 40-piece orchestra. We're going to be singing all of my favorite songs, songs from shows I've done, songs from shows I wish I could do, songs from shows they'll never let me do. And it's all Broadway music, and I think it's the perfect opportunity to celebrate, with a brand new year, clean slate, with what we all love in Korea, and that is musicals.
I love it. I love it. It's going to be a one-man Broadway performance. I also heard a friendly friend of ours, John No.
Yes.
From Rabi Dance. He will be joining you.
Yes, he is our special guest star. He's going to be singing 2 songs. He's singing Maria from West Side Story with that beautiful tenor voice of his.
Oh, yes.
He's also doing Anthem from Chess. And he and I are doing 2 special duets. One is called Lily's Eyes from The Secret Garden. And the other one is a brand new edition, especially for Korea. And that is called In Her Eyes. And it's from the musical Jekyll and Hyde, which I think Korean fans know.
Yes, they've had it here a few times. Yeah.
Lucy and Emma normally sing that song, but we've changed the lyrics. Not in his eyes, we now sing in her eyes.
Oh, beautiful.
And he will be the Emma to my Lucy, if you will.
I love it. I love it. So you're going to have duets together too.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Shout out to John No. Now we're going to actually listen to one of your musical numbers.
Yes.
Would you mind introducing this for us? Till I Hear You Sing.
Yes. So this is from the musical called Love Never Dies, which is the sequel to Phantom. It happens 10 years after he disappears.
Oh.
And this song speaks of the Phantom's yearning to be with his one true love, Christine. And this track is actually off my latest album called Phantasm. And it is a collection of Phantom of the Opera and Love Never Dies, and it tells the story of Christine and Phantom. But this song is my favorite song from Love Never Dies.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So this is from the musical Love Never Dies, Till I Hear You Sing. We're going to have live performances in part 2 of the show, so don't go away. Let's take a listen.
10 long years
years, living a mere facade of life. 10 long years, wasting my time on smoke and noise. In my mind, I hear melodies pure and unearthly, but I find I can't give them a voice without you. My Christine, lost and gone, lost and gone. The day starts, the day ends, time crawls by. Night steals in, pacing the floor. The moments creep, yet I can't bear to sleep till I hear you sing. And weeks pass and months pass, seasons fly. Still you don't walk through my door. And in a haze I count the silent days till I hear you sing once more. And sometimes in darkness I dream that you are there, but wake holding nothing but the cold night air. And years come and years go, time runs dry. Still I ache deep in my core. My broken soul can't be alive or whole till I hear you sing once more. And music, your music.
Gmarket Global at your app store.
이제 공기청정의 기준은 집안의 모든 유해 공기, 나비엔 청정 환기 시스템. 미세먼지는 물론 라돈, 이산화탄소, 냄새, 연기까지 집안 전체의 공기를 통째로 바꾸다. 새로운 시대의 새로운 환기 시스템. 나비엔 청정 환기 시스템.
경동 나비엔 화사다.
And this is The Scoop, and I'm Hannah Kim. Once again, joining us in the studio is popular stage actor Jonathan Roxmouth, and he will be performing live for us. Here is Music of the Night, sung by Jonathan Roxmouth.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you'll live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me. Savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night.
That was amazing, Jonathan. Jonathan, I would love to give you a standing ovation right now, but I have this mic in front of me. I'm a radio DJ. So
Well, let's
I
both
can't-
rather give a round of applause to our wonderful pianist, James. 감사합니다.
Wait, can you please introduce him really quickly?
James and I go way back to about 15 minutes ago, where I just met him. But he is a wonderful, young, up-and-coming pianist. And
Yeah.
that was, I have to let everybody know, that was without any rehearsal. The only thing that just happened was I spoke to James. I said, this, that, and that. And he was absolutely perfect. What a find James is.
Wow, 감사합니다. Thank you so much. They met 15 minutes ago, and your chemistry was wonderful.
Right?
He was like waiting for you.
No,
He clearly
so wonderful.
listened to all of your albums. He knows all of your music, your style. Like, he was working with you. Chemistry was amazing.
Yeah, it was
감사합니다. Thank you so much. That was James on the piano, guys.
Absolutely.
Wow. Jonathan, I wish I could stand up. I can't right now because of this mic, but we have so many texts coming in. Who says, yeah? Everybody says, yeah. Raindrop says, 소름이네요. I got goosebumps. And Doug says, 공연 봤을 때 생각나네요. It seems like he's getting better and better.
wow.
I remember the time you were performing. 정현 says, the most phantom. All I can say is one word, perfect. My heart
my
has
goodness
melted.
me.
Give it back. Bangdongi says, my heart. Nad N says, listening from Indonesia. Susie says, Jonathan looks so cute today. Jian S says, 너무 반가워요. 콘서트 너무 가고 싶어요. They can't wait for your concert. EHJ says, 깜짝 놀랐어요. Wu says, I can't wait for your phantasmic concert.
Phantasm.
Phantasm,
Yep.
sorry, concert.
Lol.
And H says, your Phantom is best. I just feel like I rapped.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to think that the show still affects people, and it was written so many years ago. Like, I'm a year younger than the show. The show is 34, I'm
Yeah.
33. So to think that it's still affecting people, young generations, people much younger than I am, with the same sort of magic, speaks about the writing.
Sure.
I think Andrew Lloyd Webber did something extraordinary with this.
The music of the night.
Literally.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Can you tell us more about this song?
This song is, if anybody hasn't seen the show, it's the song that the Phantom sings to Christine after he's brought her down into his lair under the opera house. And the Phantom is a character who doesn't know how to say how he's feeling.
Yeah.
And the music of the night is the best way he can let her know that she has awoken something in him.
Sure.
And he's inviting her to join him so they can be together and explore all new territories that the two of them can unlock together with music. And I just think it's the most beautiful way of saying I love you.
Just so our listeners and all of your fans don't confuse this, he's not here for the Phantom of the Opera.
No.
He is here for a solo concert where there will be guest appearances, like John No. But what do you think is the biggest difference between performing as a musical actor and as a singer in a concert?
Well, if you think about it this way, if this was a date, I met Korean audiences for the first time with Phantom. That was our greeting. Phantasm, the concert, is the second date, where we really get to know one another even better.
Sure.
Because I'm not playing a character this time.
No.
I'm being me. And for any performer around the world, it's easier to play somebody else because it's not you. Whereas now I have to be completely vulnerable with an audience, and they will get to know Jonathan, not the Phantom. I'll sing some of the songs from the Phantom, of course, but they will get to know me. And hopefully I will get to know them more.
Yeah.
Which, this is why concerts are so special, because you get to open that communication between the two of us, and we really form a real relationship, which is going to be stunning.
Be honest. What's your favorite number? Like, I'm looking forward to this one. Tease it a little for us.
I am upping the ante away in a way with this concert, because for the first time internationally,
Sure.
I'm playing the piano as well. So I'm not going to give anything away.
Oh.
But there are one or two moments where I'm at the piano, which I think are my favorite.
Oh my goodness. Will James be there?
We'll have to talk after this interview, I think. Certainly.
James.
It's certainly something that I've always wanted to do. And when fans have spoken to me before, they've always said, we wish you could play the piano. Well, let me tell you, if you enjoyed the Phantom of the Opera because you enjoyed the singing, that will be there. For Phantasm in concert, it's all of that plus a whole lot more. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve, which I think a lot of people are going to enjoy.
That's so exciting. Well, you were talking about Phantom of the Opera, but you were chosen as the youngest English-speaking Phantom at the age of 25. You said you were 33 now, but at the age of 25.
24. I was 24.
24.
Yeah.
Maybe Korean age 25.
Thank
but
you very much.
Yes,
I'll take it.
Western age 24. You must have been thrilled. How did you feel?
I was so taken aback because it happened through a various bunch of circumstances, which ended up with me filling in for our previous Phantom. And it's my dream role, it's my dream show. So when they said, would you like to be our Phantom indefinitely? I thought about it for maybe 2 seconds. I was like, absolutely. And then when I had to do it that night, the first preview, I'll never forget it.
Sure.
My mentor flew in from around the country. One of my best friends came to the show. And I suddenly sat in the makeup chair before the show and I thought, well, I have to do this now.
Yeah.
And I became very scared and intimidated because I have a healthy respect for the show. But it took that one moment of the organ going, dun, 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 and in the back of my mind, a voice said, you're the Phantom.
Yeah.
And I was on.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Jonathan, believe it or not, I want to give you plenty of time for
Yeah.
your performance. So
Go
we're going to
on.
do another live performance right now.
Fantastic.
Can you please introduce this song? Actually, let me introduce it and we'll talk about it when you come back.
Deal.
You can get ready, have a glass of water. 2545 is a 새싹, says Jonathan. I've been waiting for today's scoop all day long. I got all your tickets of the show this weekend. The booking was just like a war, but I got all of them. I can't wait to see you in the concert hall. See you soon. Once again, we'll listen to This Is the Moment. This is from our very special guest today joining us, Jonathan Roxmouth. Please lend your ears. In real time, we're on our YouTube live streaming 보이는 라디오로 진행하고 있습니다. This is viewable radio. So whenever you're ready, James, you're ready. Jonathan, you're ready.
Absolutely.
You can begin.
This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play. It's here and now today. This is the moment. This is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day, see it sparkle and shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I've faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds. This day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all.
Give it up one more time for Jonathan Roxmouth and pianist James. Wow. You just took my breath away.
Wow, that song takes my breath away. My goodness, that's a
Please,
long note.
please take a rest. Did you know, Jonathan, this is the #1 most liked musical number in Korea?
Yes, I did, and that's why I'm so nervous to sing it, because that was officially the first time I've sung that song on radio ever.
Thank you for doing that here on The
And,
Scoop.
And, one of the questions I know is on everybody's lips is, are we doing anything specifically for Korea?
Yeah.
This is my gift to Korea, because I get a bit emotional, actually. It's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's how I feel in many, many ways about coming back to Korea to do this. Oh, goodness me, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, no,
It's how I feel, because I know how much this means to Korean audiences, and I hope they realize how much it means to me to be able to sing in the show. So this song is something I've always sung before, and I've known the lyric as a nice lyric. For the first time, when I sing this song, I mean every word that I'm singing.
Yeah.
So I can't wait.
I almost teared up too. I was like, am I allowed to be listening to this? Like, I'm so honored. I'm
my
so
goodness me.
honored, Jonathan. And you realize you're like a role model for all of these musical actors here in Korea too. They're probably watching this performance and just like blown away. Goodness, Jonathan.
It's a lot. It's a lot, because we've had such a year
Yeah, we did.
being separate.
Yeah.
We've had such a year going without lots of things. So to be able to have a moment like this, I mean, I'm quoting the song now, to have a moment like this
Yeah.
that everybody in the audience can share back in a performance space, listening to music being played live by real people right there.
Yeah.
This concert is going to show in many ways how much stronger we are than Corona. Because when I was doing Phantom, we had a wonderful saying, thank God we're in Korea. And that's why I'm glad to come back and do this now, because I feel exactly the same.
Oh my gosh, you're going to make me tear up.
No,
You're going to make me
it's
tear
honest.
up.
It's
Yeah,
honestly,
it was a hard year for everyone, It's a
And-
hard year for everyone. We're closing off our whole programming with you almost, because in a few days it's going to be 2021.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what better way to start a new year than with a concert like this to remind us just how important this music is, but more importantly, how important it is for us to be together in a very respectful and responsible way. And if anybody's concerned in the slightest way, I went to the Lotte Concert Hall last week and I had a look around,
Yeah.
and the protocols that are in place, the temperature checks, the sanitizing, the socially distanced seats, anybody who's booked online can see
Yeah.
their health is being put first. And we're still able to do the show. And I'm just going to say it again. Thank God I'm in Korea.
Well, we're so glad to have you. This is so wonderful. It's a wonderful gift for all of us, too. 2021 says, your version is the most warm and beautiful version I've ever heard.
Wow.
And I got to actually see you. I mean, those of you who are on viewable radio right now, 보이는 라디오 보시는 분들은 아실 거예요. You are so into the character. You have so much fun while singing and performing. We could all tell. Like the
Oh, I'm glad.
emotions, we could all tell, even through the sound too. 1777 says, thank you so much. This is my favorite. 너무 멋있어요. 제가 정말 좋아하는 곡인데 감사합니다. 9917 says, I was driving, and how fortunate it is for me to be able to hear you sing. Thank you for making me this happy while driving.
Well, please don't crash. Please be safe.
Please, if you're going to send us a text, don't drive. Speaking of which, we're closing off the year with you, but do you have any other plans for 2021 besides, obviously, this wonderful concert?
Well, there are a few things that are about to be confirmed that I can't really talk about. But I'm going to be singing for a long time to come. And not just any music, but my favorite music. And let's leave it at that.
Okay, your favorite kind of music. And I know you already did The Phantom, and you've
Yes.
had so many desired roles already, but do you have any particular character that you do want to try in the future?
That one that I just sang.
Jekyll and Hyde.
I'm desperate to be Jekyll.
This is not even an audition. Like, whoever you say, I want to be Jekyll,
Honestly,
you'll get it right away.
I've always wanted to do that show, and we didn't really have an opportunity in South Africa because it's not that popular in South
Yeah.
Africa. And then when I heard that it's popular in South Korea, I thought, really? And then I looked into it. So who knows? I'd love to do that.
정연 says, 여권 뺏어요. Let's take away his passport. You're given automatic Korean citizenship.
I like that.
Jonathan, oh my goodness, can you believe it? We're already out of time.
My
If you
goodness.
don't mind, please just say something to your fans before we say goodbye.
To everybody out there who has messaged me, who has sent me the most amazing gifts at the hotel, you have made this so worthwhile, and I am so excited and look forward to meeting you all. And please, your Instagram messages are so welcome and so kind. I'm the lucky one, and I'm eternally grateful to each and every one of you. 감사합니다.
Also,
감사합니다. Sorry, I'm getting all emotional again. I'm about to start crying.
actually, your fans are actually exchanging information of ways to book your weekend concerts on our YouTube live streaming chat room
Yes.
too.
Well,
Yeah.
if you haven't booked tickets for Phantasm, you can go to Dell Company, I think .co.kr, I think is correct. And you can also get the tickets, obviously, at the Lotte box office there, the Lotte Concert Hall. We have 3 performances. 1 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. I think it's 7 p.m., 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. again. I might be wrong with the times, but we'll be there. That's all you need to know. Please do book your seats and come along and join us, and we will see what we can do. But if you don't see me up close after the show, you certainly will see me and a whole bunch of fantastic costumes that we've had made for this concert. You're going to get glitz, you're going to get glamour, you're going to get music, you're going to get heart palpitations, you're going to get John No. You're going to get 22 amazing songs with a 40-piece orchestra. What better way to start 2021?
So get your tickets.
Yes.
Phantasm.
Go.
Thank you so much, Jonathan Roxmouth, for joining us
Thank you.
today. Thank you to your pianist, James, for joining
absolutely.
us today. 와, 진짜 박수 한번. 와, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you
감사합니다.
again soon. Scoopers will be Showman Never Enough by Lauren Aldrin. Goodbye, Jonathan.
Goodbye. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough. Never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough. Never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me.
TBS EFM.
Guess what, guys? I am receiving my paycheck this month. Want to know what it's all about? I am going to receive my national pension. Hooray!
For 33 years, the National Pension Service of Korea has never stopped. With 5 million recipients of pension benefits, the NPS supports secure and stable post-retirement lives. Steady contribution when young, merry collection as old. The NPS secures the stable